definitely be my fault. So I don't know if it's possible.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that starting right now. But and also kind of to piggyback off of what they just said, Ryan, if you want me to come up there and kind of help streamline it slash do a first walkthrough of the workflow, I think that's something that we had applied would be more than happy to do for you, or with you. Um, so that basically you're confident in the workflow, and then we see that it actually works out there in the field. That's definitely something that we would be fine with helping you with.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. If we can get all these little pieces to work consistently, then we could take that step. So what happens last time doesn't happen again, where you come and then we go through it and then realize something just doesn't work, and we spent pretty much the whole time trying to get equipment properties over.
Right, right.
So I mean that's just how it goes, but hopefully we can work through that.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would. We would definitely do that. We're definitely in for that. So.
Beautiful country up here.
Okay, so
See,
I'll share. Yeah, I'll share. I'll let you share your screen.
All right. You got me there?
Yes, I do.
All right. I just saved out a couple of brand new IFCs so we can test this. And you watched this with me, so last time we went through it. Maybe I'm missing a step here, but I'll just show you what I've done. So I'll go ahead and open up Navisworks. Maybe.
Yeah, we've got a Europe server now.
Yeah. So look at the options. I've got it set. So my IFC reader is set to Revit. And I'll bring in an IFC from Tekla. And unless I'm missing something now, the properties should show up. They should show the element properties, and that's where all the correct volumes should be. But you can see I don't have an element tab here. And all the properties are metric.
Okay, go to and so you've got the Revit IFC thing turned on.
Yeah.
Okay, try okay, so in the select and search tab, see the far right yeah, the far right, yeah, that little icon. Hit that. Now let's go to I believe, yeah, let's try that. Hit quick property definitions, and let's see if that'll allow you to. So the element is not.
Element. This was set up when this was working. So I have this saved away from when this actually did work, and I used element, that category for everything, because that's where all the data was. And you can see now they're all grayed out because that's no longer available in this IFC. I don't know what changed because I haven't updated Navisworks.
Right. Yeah. Give me a second. Maybe there's something that I'm opening up Navisworks myself right now. I'm gonna try right-clicking on the Properties tab and see if you can add any more there. Over there on the right.
On this?
Yeah. Like in the right by where it says IFC, just right-click there. Does it do anything?
No, I have seen that before.
Okay. Bear with me. I'm opening up one of your files right now too. And let's see. Let's just find that one by one fella.
Did we try this with Mint Hill, Darren? With any of those IFCs?
No. I think we tried it on Daniel's house. Daniel's resident. I think that's the one we tried it on.
And it worked?
Yeah. Because we did it with that rebar.
Alrighty.
What's the plugin that you downloaded for Navisworks? The Revit IFC?
Yeah, that came with the 2017 SP2 update, or maybe SP1. Didn't do that either.
Wow.
Are you getting the same thing, Michael?
Yes, I'm getting the exact same thing. Like I can't even pick the element. It doesn't even come up as an option for me.
Yeah, that's only here because I had those preset.
Okay.
But did that work with that same IFC before? Do you happen to remember?
When we tested it, what, about a month ago, yes, it did.
What the heck changed?
I don't have any. I have no idea.
It came with a service pack, though.
Mm-hmm. And that was out, that was September or something. January was update 2.
Well, there wasn't any update between the time we checked it and...
No.
Right, so I just don't understand how,
Me neither.
I'm not, you know.
Something.
It must be.
Your email address and we can
Dang it. Okay, let me open up someone else's model that's an IFC. Let me see if it works like that. No. See, let's just say append. Where are you?
Do you have the original files that worked?
Yeah, this is one of them. Yeah. It didn't work this time.
But it's not a re-export.
As far as I know, it's not. I don't remember the day we did it, so.
Did you not try it on something before this? I know me and you looked at this one. And that one. Right before you said you figured out the workaround for it. But either way, it worked on that one, so.
I just created a new virtual machine for myself, so I don't even have it on my...
I'm dealing with the same issue with this one.
What was that?
Oh, I just upgraded to Windows 10 because Revit 2017 doesn't work on Windows 8.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, now all of your plugins don't work and all that stuff. Yeah, I know, believe me. Yeah. So,
I'm going through the slow process of re-downloading everything.
Yeah, and it never fails. Whoever you're working with, like they need something that you don't have.
I know, but I'm trying to keep, like, I have my Windows 8, so I'm trying to keep the 2016 software on Windows 8 and then, like, put all the 2017 software on,
Yeah. Then you start bleeding out of your nose.
Neither here nor there.
Yep.
So, I mean, have we started a support ticket on this?
Not this specifically. Like we started one, in, what was it, January or late January or early February. Then we had our call with Richard a couple of weeks ago, and we tried it while he was on the phone with us. It worked. I tried it and Ryan tried it, and then I think we closed it out.
That's
so
strange. So I wonder if this is connected. I guess it's probably too much to... You say your appearance profile, it's like it's working the first time, it's not working additional time.
No, the bringing in equipment properties.
Yeah. So show the tool add-in that you have. So she's probably seen or used it before.
The equipment properties?
Yeah, just the equipment properties one for Navisworks.
Yeah. There was some weirdness about it last year, but I thought they had fixed this. I'm talking like a year ago. And I know they released a new one.
So let me see how we can test that. So here's a field project, field sandbox.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we've got equipment. So we've got equipment there. So I should be able to open the same project in Navisworks. And bring in the equipment properties, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is saved from when I was last testing it. I'll click on here, and there they are. So status of that is unspecified, whatever. I've changed them. This is where I got with it. I brought them in the first time. It worked. I ran appearance profiler, I guess, to color it, and then I changed them in field, changed the statuses of a few objects, and then came back here, or even reopen Navisworks and reopen this model, and then hit this button, and it does that, but it doesn't actually bring in any.
You right click on it? No.
So it seems almost like basically what you're saying is like you can run the equipment properties one time on a file, and then you have to kind of I guess, download it from Glue, essentially, is what you're saying.
Even when I try that, it doesn't work.
Oh.
When did you install this?
The plugin? I'm not sure, but it's the latest version. I checked that.
Yeah, I think he erased it and redid it right
Like you
around
knew what I was going to say now. Oh, this was released 1/24/2017. That sounds right?
Yeah.
Well, it shows property names with German characters correctly now. Oh, look, Ryan Barker.
Yeah. It didn't work, and then it worked, and now it doesn't work again.
Okay. So then the two things that are broken right now are the equipment properties are not updating, the IFC unit information is not coming in correctly.
Yeah.
It's coming in metric instead of imperial.
Correct. And the solution for that was the implementation of the Revit IFC reader as an option.
Why would that Revit IFC reader help with a Tekla file?
Because the Navis,
yeah, go ahead.
The native Navisworks reader.
Oh, got it.
Convert the units because in the back end it's metric.
So now it's like it's using the large model viewer Revit viewer thingy. That was the way that Richard Parker described it.
Is that the technical explanation?
Yeah, he used those words exactly, but slightly more British.
I could actually hear Richard Parker saying that.
Yeah.
British
he said something about he said something about the large model viewer, and you know that's what it's moving over to essentially. And so he said that it should work in full once 18 comes out without having to come through Navisworks. And we tried it.
When is 18 coming in? Oh wait, when Glue 18 is coming out?
No, Navis 18.
When Navis 2018 is coming out.
Yeah, because the Navis, like, I guess the engine for Glue is run off of the engine for Navis.
Got it. So they're going to switch over to the LMV as the engine. Yeah,
I guess so.
And that's why I haven't created new tickets for this stuff, because it seems kind of pointless until 2018 comes out, which is supposed to be this month or early next month, apparently.
Let me see. So it seems like if that is the case, and we will certainly follow up, the big thing is the equipment property is not updating.
Yeah.
If we had to expend our energy somewhere.
Yeah.
Michael, how do you want to handle this? It seems like, to your point, there's no point in Applied coming down until we have all the individual pieces working, because then we'll be held up on the pieces, not the workflow.
Yeah.
Michael, if we want these guys to start a ticket, what I can do within Autodesk is chase it down for you. I'll let, and do you know Anil, right?
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably tired of hearing.
Probably, that's great. I'm sure he's tired of hearing from me. But if we can get him to, Anil's the top Glue support person, if you stop with him. So if we can get him to run point on this, that's the big thing, is to get. So let's start these support tickets, because I'm actually pretty excited about this workflow once we get past the technical issues. So let's start the support tickets. Michael, do you want to start them, or do you want to have these guys start them?
No, I'm fine with doing it and letting them work.
Okay, and will you CC me on the ingoing emails, and then what I can do is I'll email Anil and ask him. No, I mean, like, I can't promise, but
yeah,
I'll ask him to have this down, and then I'll also forward it over to Richard Parker, because if he's spoken to you before about this.
Okay, do you want me to CC Richard and you on it, or do you want to do that manually?
CC whoever you want. I'm a big fan of both and.
Okay. That's what I did, like, when we started, when I think like around the turn of the year, when Richard said, or when Ryan said that he was having the problems, I just kind of blasted everybody, hoping that someone would help, and it worked perfectly. Okay, so so just the equipment properties, that's number one on the list, and number two is the Revit IFC.
Yeah.
IFC.
And then I can also, remember, I'll ask them if there is a release date behind the scenes for Navis 2018.
Okay.
And then I can kind of give you informal heads up of whether this is a 2-week problem or a...
Yeah,
that'd definitely be helpful.
Yeah, I'll start writing those right now then. So I'll kind of mute myself and start that process.
And then additionally, out of this meeting, I think we should write up this this workflow, so that in a couple of weeks, when we have the technical details worked out, that we don't forget what we had planned about doing. And Michael, I can do that, or you can do that, whichever, doesn't matter to me. You're going to be in Florida.
Yeah.
This Thursday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow and Thursday. Yep. That works.
Great. Tomorrow I have to fly to Newark to manage to fly to Florida. I'm going from here to Florida. I know, right? No direct flights.
Newark might not be open.
I know. I'm hoping they clear it out today.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at moving snow around.
Yeah.
But actually my original, so this is a really embarrassing full connection. I was really tired when I was booking the ticket out here. And Charles Coppich is a salesperson. And so I just type in like CHAR, and then I must have hit E, and I hit book. And then I look at it the day before I was supposed to leave, and I definitely had a ticket to Charleston, not Charlotte.
Whoops.
So when I was flying to Charleston, I was also I was flying through one of the East Coast airports.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? Like,
yeah.
So bad.
Where am I?
I know. Well, this is lovely. Maybe I'll just stay here.
We have an office down there.
Calling from your other office.
Yeah.
Hey guys. I can't find my way. It would have been a long drive.
Yeah.
I would have been too embarrassed to admit it, and like showed up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Night. Oh man. But I will say I came from, I was skiing in Tahoe last week or snowboarding. It's warmer in Tahoe than it is here.
Really?
Really
I was on the slopes. It was like 40, 50 degrees.
Nice.
And, well, I'm almost in the skiing. I knocked my head real good. Hard snow. Anyways, I digress. So out of this, I think the thing is to, one, get rid of the technical issues. So follow up on those, but two, in the meantime, document the process that we're at least thinking about trying, so that once the technical issues are resolved, we can put it into place. Does that make sense as a pathway forward?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry, we can't make everything go away immediately today.
Yeah, well, I understand that's how it is. The frustrating part is I've seen this stuff all work before, these first parts, and now they don't, so then it's kind of a step backwards.
I've got nothing. It's just like nothing about this makes sense.
Yeah.
I've seen the properties work. There's been no updates to. This is supposed to be the beauty of desktop software, right?
Exactly. Yep.
So hopefully Anil can take a look.
Yeah.
And see what's going on. What I can also do, if you don't mind sharing these files with me.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can mock it up. And basically, I'm doing a fresh install of Navis 2017 right now.
But Michael's trying that on his end, right? With the equipment.
Yeah, just now. Yes, we've been through that too.
Equipment sets with the.
Yeah, we tried it.
Now it's worked.
Didn't work.
Since talking about the equipment set, it's worked since this update, right?
Yes.
It's not like they broke something in this.
Right. Yes.
It's worked after 124, but it's not working now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our meeting with Richard was after 124.
Yeah, I think it was like early February.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you should remember all this because it's been recent. Okay. And the whole point of this, because I'm actually, is to give easy visual status updates to the field, or do you do more with the data back in the office?
We will when we can. You know, we haven't gotten that far yet,
Yeah.
but we will. Our project management teams here will be using this probably every day to see where their project is.
Okay, I love that. That's
Yeah.
great. And the volume calculations, how are you using the volume calculations? Is that a cost thing, or is that management, cost management, or?
You know, it's both. We use it. I mean, on the iPad, we're pouring a wall out here right now, a big retaining wall, and they aren't using drawings at all. They're using glue. Mm-hmm. So they want to be able to pull up, click the footing, see how much concrete they're going to need in that footing. And what's bad about them being in metric, and it doesn't even tell you they're in metric units. There's no.
It's just a number.
Mark. It's just a number. So if he orders that much concrete, he's going to have too much or too little concrete.
Yeah.
So that's bad. And trying to tell that to everybody. And the biggest thing is they have to be able to trust the model. If we're going to build off the model,
yep,
they have to trust every bit of information in it. And if one thing's wrong, to them, the whole model might as well be wrong.
Yeah, I get it. And this gives a lot of information about that particular piece. This is great for information about that piece, too, if we can get that in correctly.
Yeah.
But there's actually a project that's in Europe they're building with that built a hydroelectric dam without drawings.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I talked about it a couple times, and that was
some tight tolerances.
Yeah, it was really like, that's cool. You got a lot of curves.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then do you guys do a lot of BIM coordination with other trades?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Decent amount. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it is contingent upon whichever GC we, who's running it. They'll kind of take point on the coordination. But if we, sometimes we'll, coordinate with Steel for a lot of our stuff, and we'll initiate that process even if the GC's not involved, just to see, how we're affecting working with them.
Yeah, I guess Steel makes sense. It's the one guy that's bigger than you on the site, right?
Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, but they connect directly to everything we do. So if our bolts don't align with their bolts, then the steel's not going up.
Right. Right. I'm just asking out of curiosity, in the sense that I've never worked for a GC for a long time. I've never been in a project where the concrete sub has willingly gone into BIM coordination. No.
And a lot of times they don't even ask us to, but they know we do it, so then they have us involved. But then when we're involved, we're changing stuff every day. And
what do you think the cost benefit is for you to do BIM coordination? Because that was part of, I mean, it was pretty much the argument that there's a startup cost to learning BIM. But then they said, I mean, I think it's an argument, essentially, they won't say it straight out, but they go first. So what does it matter if one of their walls is 1 inch out and you can't put in the drain?
I'd say the biggest benefit is when we do things right, the GC calls us back for the next project, and we might get awarded a $10 million project based on our performance on the last. So we're going to do everything we can to be proactive and getting the highest quality possible, even though it's just concrete.
And do you review your, I mean, do you use BIM to review your pours? Is it mainly used for coordination? Do you use it to review pours? Do you review it to use constructability? Like, can I actually pour that?
Constructability. We use it definitely to review rebar. And biggest thing is really just clashes with all that stuff right now. Quantities is a big thing. That's why we need it.
Do you think there's a case for, in the future, in the next generation of glue or whatever's beyond that, to have a specific set of tools that are designed for concrete, as opposed to, I mean, like, I look at glue, or I look at Navis, and I see a lot of tools that are designed for AV clash detection. Does this intersect with this?
Clash detection isn't that important to us. We don't really hardly run it at all. I mean,
that's kind of what I'm getting at here.
It's not that big a deal, but coordination definitely is important. I think being able to view object information on a hierarchical system is big. If we could see, like I was talking about earlier, the pour with the rebar that belongs in there and the embeds and the formwork, then the guys in the field can use that, but then we can use that too for figuring out when does this need to be on site, so for scheduling materials and for coordinating with whatever other trades are working around us.
That's interesting. Because I was thinking about, I think of it from like the GC point of view. Wouldn't it be nice if you could analyze edge of slab conditions?
Yeah.
I guess whether it's, a rated wall or a curtain wall. But yeah, it's almost like there's a whole set of requirements that would be interesting to look into in the future.
Yeah, it would be.
See what I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be waiting.
Waiting for the call?
Yeah.
You wait by the phone?
Yeah.
Hey guys. BIM for concrete.
There you go.
I think I always look at it, and you've got this AV clash detection that is like, what are the drivers of schedule? In the beginning of the project, it's concrete. Then, depending on the building, it turns into steel.
Yeah.
And then once you get into interiors, it's drywall. I'm like, why aren't we doing BIM for concrete, BIM for drywall, if those are the schedule drivers?
Yeah, really. Yeah, they get overlooked.
And it's because, like, or at least my theory is, working theory is because drywall typically stick builds, right? Like, it's super cheap.
Right.
Kind of building the wall doesn't fuck where the wall is.
Yeah. I just make it fit.
Yeah, and if it doesn't fit, like,
do.
pay the guy $30 an hour to take it down and build it myself.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the mechanical guys are the expensive guys.
Yeah.
On the site. And San Francisco plumbers. But anyways, I'm sorry. We're running a little bit over. I want to make sure that we have at least a pathway forward. As I said before, I'm sorry, we can immediately solve your problems, but you have our commitment to work towards getting those issues resolved and then coming up with a workflow.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm encouraged. Hopefully we get enough people involved, we can get things working.
We'll do our best. And Michael, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just writing the first ticket out, trying to make it make sense without rambling.
Dear Anil.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, sorry to bother you again.
It's been so long since we talked today. Okay. Any other questions or just comments or things that we should know?
No, I don't think so. Not off the top of my head, unless Darren has something.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
And then do you guys have my contact information? I don't have a card on me, but let me just send you. Oh, I've got your email, Ryan. It's all over the help forms.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was Ryan.Barker. What's your company?
Wayne Brothers.
Is it just Wayne Brothers or WBI?
Wayne Brothers, spelled out.
The original BIMJ at WayneBrothers.com.
Huh.
And Darren?
Yeah, Darren.Thompson, D-A-R-R-E-N. At WayneBrothers.com.
Ryan Bugby wanted me to tell you hello, by the way. I'm going to see him tomorrow in Miami. And Laurie, I think you'll actually, or Fort Lauderdale, but aren't you going to be down there as well?
I am, and I believe he emailed me out of the blue.
Yeah, he had a lot to do with Tekla's adoption into Wayne Brothers, as Ryan will tell you. So maybe we can get together for like a dinner or a happy hour or something and conversate a little bit about this when we're all down there.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to see him.
Yeah, man. I told him about some of the issues, and needless to say, he was very, very interested. So I'm sure he wouldn't mind being a part of the all hands on deck team we're running with you guys right now. So,
what is he working on specifically? Or
well, that's a good question, and Laurie can probably speak on this much more wisely than I can, being with Autodesk, but he's a subject matter expert for conditions, specifically, for construction, excuse me, specifically for the BIM 360 product line. So not only is he going around, taking suggestions, much like Laurie's doing right now, and understanding how to make it better for what we're referred to as good customers, I guess, and then, but also providing the roadmap discussion and where is BIM 360 going next, and that sort of thing, and really and working with all hands on deck, basically making sure that it's a viable solution for guys like yourself, from GCs, self-reporting GCs, all that type of stuff. So.
And you guys are using Service Pack 2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Ryan, one thing, I think Bugby's tied to a certain amount of accounts, but like I said, with his Tekla experience, obviously experience working with you guys and understanding some of the problems you're having on, well, not problems, but understanding the way you guys work on the, design authoring end, if you will, that maybe just another pair of eyes or ears wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we get past this stuff, the next part's going to be figuring out how we're going to group our pores in the IFC and get that data out. So his expertise definitely could be helpful if we run into issues with that.
Absolutely. And then when you when we finally get you a workflow and you and Michael can agree on a date, I'll bring you some delicious West Coast style IPAs coming out of Atlanta right now.
All right.
Yeah, we'll definitely get him involved. He actually, he's going to be joining a few of my calls coming up. So I think that this is a great account. I didn't even know he had Tekla experience, so this is.
Oh yeah.
So, Tekla is a breeding ground for Autodesk. Ask Brian.
Yeah.
Tekla and DBR.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm setting some like really quick notes. Two things. And I'm sending, okay, so I'm sending some quick notes out. I have Ryan, Darren, and Michael on this. So Michael, if you can distribute it to everybody else, that would be great.
Sure.
And then just be a record of what we talked about today and also my contact information.
All right.
Great. Is there anything else we can help you with today?
I don't think so. It's a good start.
Well, one thing I will say is, Ryan, and I know you've been dealing with the software majority and spearheading the efforts, and I just want to thank you basically for putting in the effort that you said you would on the front end and really doing your part to help us, and Autodesk make the software better, because it's not every day we get commitments from customers that actually do everything they say they're going to do. So it's quite nice to work with you guys, and I wish we had a more viable solution from the get-go, but I'm glad we have the attention to the account necessary at the moment, and moving forward, we'll do what we can to make sure that we're working with you guys as we promised to develop it more viably for your needs in concrete.
Sounds good. We'll keep it interesting for you.
Yeah.
that we will not worry about, my man.
Well, great.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Thanks.
I will see you, Michael. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Brian, for your time.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, so